Hello, welcome to my bookshelf, and today I'll be doing another Geek Gear unboxing video. If you don't know, Geek Gear is a monthly subscription box. It's based in the UK, so if you're in the US like me, it does take a little bit longer to get to you, and you do have to deal with like the exchange rate, if you will, so pounds to dollars and whatnot. But either way, I think that overall it's a pretty good value and it's a lot of fun. I will say that this will probably be my last Geek Gear unboxing video because I, for my own personal reasons, have stopped getting it, mainly because I don't have money, just in general being a poor college student. But either way, I'm excited for this to be my last box, so hopefully it's a good one. And each month has a different theme. This month's theme is space. So I'm very excited, and I think it's very fitting with the Star Wars movie that just came out. So I'm hoping to find some great things in here. So I like this because it has a pull tab as well. It makes it easy to open. So there we go. I always like to try to show you what's in here. So there's that. I also keep it hidden from myself, so it's more of a surprise to me. Oh. There's a little thing in here about they're changing how things work, so this might be the last of this kind of thing. Let's see. It says starting in January, there's no longer going to be monthly themes, so, that's new. Instead, we will be giving you monthly hints. Okay, so that's interesting. So what I said before is kind of a lie now because they're changing things. This is the last themed box, so that's interesting. Alright, let's see what we've got in here. Okay, so here we are, space. And of course I can't look in that because it's going to give away things that are in here and I don't want to do that. There's usually a t-shirt, so I'm going to grab that. I like to have that on for the video. Let's see what we got here. Okay, it's a Guardians of the Galaxy. That's so cool. So hopefully you can see that. And then, first off, I'm going to take that sticker off. And now, I'm going to put it on. Alright, there we go. So, as always, it fits very well. You get to pick the size each time, so that's cool. Okay, there's so many things to pick up, I don't know what to pick up. Okay. It's a Death Star ice mold, which is pretty unique. I've never heard of an ice mold, so that's really cool, actually. Obviously you can only do one cube per, mold. And there's just the one mold from my understanding. But yeah, a Death Star one, that's really, really cool. Yeah. I'll have to show it off to people. Okay, let's see. I love Star Wars, so I hope there's a lot of Star Wars stuff in here. Ooh, and here's another one. It's a Darth Vader coffee tin, which is really cool. I personally don't like coffee, but I can use this for tea potentially. So that's really cool. And so it says, I like my coffee on the dark side, which I think is really funny. Oh my goodness. I'm debating if I want to give this to someone who likes coffee, because it specifically says coffee on it, or if I just want to keep it because I love Star Wars. So many decisions. But I like that this stuff tends to be on the practical side, which is really nice. So you just get to kind of support the stuff you love in practical ways. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. We've never had a box like this before. I take it it's something breakable. Oh, ooh, okay. It is, there's a theme going on here. It's a coffee thermos. Or just a thermos. I mean, you can put whatever you want in here. I will be putting tea. It says Galactic Empire Death Trooper Elite Forces. And it's got this really cool green color to it, which I've never seen before. Stainless steel, pretty standard. Oh, it's from Rogue One, I guess, specifically, which is interesting. I've never heard the term Death Trooper, maybe in that movie. I've only watched it the one time. So I'm not sure if they call them that or not, but this is really cool. Alright. And yeah, pretty standard. It looks really cool on the inside. I don't know why. This stainless steel looks really nice. That's really cool. Alright, so moving right along. Ooh. Yes! I love notebooks. I have so many notebooks, but I love that. Um, so obviously it's the Stormtrooper one. I'm going to open this up right away. This is pretty small. Geek Gear tends to get like very specific style of notebook, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's different. Because they always seem to have these things, which is really cool, and they usually have something to hold your pen. And it's just one of these, so it's not a spiral notebook, it's one of these, and they tend not to have lines in it, which is alright. So yeah, I think it's really cool. It's really different, like, I don't think I've ever seen one like this. And this one also has, and I'm not sure if my other ones do, a little thing to mark where you're at, and the pages are painted black on the side. It's really cool. Little smudge there, there we go. So there's that. Another very practical one. Though admittedly, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with all my notebooks. I will figure something out. Okay, and then the last thing is probably the print. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. If I can get it out. It's stuck in the box right now, but as you can see, it's Baby Groot, which is so cool. Here we go. Ta-da! In its full glory. This is so cool. Who doesn't love Baby Groot? Or just Groot in general? This is really cool. Alright, so that is everything in the box. I will say that as my last month that I'm happy with everything I got. Usually there's like a franchise that I don't follow in there, and so I'm kind of disappointed because, like, for instance, I'm a weirdo and I've never seen Game of Thrones, so there was a box with a whole bunch of those kinds of stuff and I couldn't care less a little bit, which feels like I feel bad about that, but I just personally am not a fan, and so I just wasn't as excited. But all this stuff I like. Admittedly, it is pretty much just Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy, but both of which I do really enjoy. So that is a really nice way, personally, for me to end all of this. And just opening it up, because sometimes there's kind of, like, you could have gotten this or this. So I like to see if I got the cool one or not. Okay, so there was one, and I'm not sure. This will be interesting. In some sense, I'm glad that I got the one I did, but in the other sense, it would have been cool to have the other one too. So it was with the ice mold. So they also had an R2-D2 one, but it was like a tray. Though I have a tray that, it's like a flexible tray, which I personally find annoying to like put into your freezer because then it spills. Because I had one for Pac-Man that I got from the Geek Gear box. And I think that the shape is cool because it's Pac-Man, but it's just, in practice, it's kind of tricky. I mean, I guess you just don't fill it as full and problem solved, but I don't know. I appreciate, I don't know why it has to be flexible. It's nice to get it out, but getting it into the fridge with the water is really challenging. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy that I got the Death Star one. I think that's really cool. Admittedly, though, you can only have like you only have one ice cube on that, so you can really only show it off to one person at a time, but that's okay. I don't use ice that much, so I think on a special occasion I could do that and it would be really cool. I'll be curious to see how one does that, though. Maybe there's a way to fill it up, because I'm just trying to figure out how that works. But either way, it's really cool. They also have prizes if you use the hashtag #ILoveGeekGear and you show off some of the stuff you got. You can be entered to win prizes, and it looks like you can win an awesome pop figure. So that's really cool. They have both Star Wars and Rick and Morty Funko Pops. I'm not really sure why Rick and Morty is space related, but sure. And then they show off the people who won last time, which is always fun. And yeah, so the next month's hint looks like it's gonna be Batman and Superman, which at this point we've had a lot of those kinds of things already. I guess it's good that it's not the entire box, but either way. Oh wow. So I guess January, they're gonna have an extra large box to bring, because I bet you the things in the box are really big. So that's kind of cool, if you want the January one. So that's interesting, but I'm not really sure what that means because it's not an entire theme. But maybe the really big item is related to that. I don't really know. And they also kind of throw a spotlight on a subscriber of Geek Gear. This one is Cost Vlog, so there they are right there on the bottom, which is really cool. I'm not really sure how they picked that kind of thing, but it is really cool. Okay, so that is pretty much everything in this box. I would say that my favorite items are the notebook, the travel mug, the print, the t-shirt. I mean, even that coffee tin, I will probably get some use out of it. Whether I use it for coffee or not, I will still use it. And I think that like the ice cube one is probably my least favorite just because I personally don't use ice that much. But I think it is a cool novelty thing to have. So, you know, everything in here will get some use, you know, some more than others. But I think that overall it was actually a pretty good box. And I'm really happy because it's my last box. So I'm glad I'm leaving on a happy note. So with that, I will just say thank you as always for watching this video, and until next time.